Hello and welcome to the latest video and podcast from Fantasy Football Scout. My name's Joe and today I'll be considering the best captain for Game Week 30. This is an extra video to the schedule. Unfortunately, Gianni is ill, so he's unable to do his team selection video. So get well soon, Gianni. So with uncertainty around Haaland's start this week, I thought it'd be good to consider some alternatives for the armband. So basically what's going to happen this week when we get the team news on Friday. Haaland will either be ruled out. That is unlikely, considering he looks to have been coming back quite successfully from an international injury, an injury over the international break, rather, I should say. It could be that he's a confirmed starter. That's also unlikely, given the way the Pep Guardiola press conferences tend to go. So I guess what we're going to be left with is some uncertainty. He'll probably say something like it's important for him to get minutes ahead of the Champions League. So we don't know whether he'll start. We don't know whether, if he does start, he'll last more than half a match, whether he'll get the last 30 minutes, the last 20 minutes. We just don't know. So there's going to be uncertainty there. Either way, there are plenty of alternatives. So I just thought I'd use this opportunity to have a think about those, so we can get our sort of minds to sort of together as we come up with some emergency solutions, just in case there's a lot of uncertainty around Haaland, who is for most of the season been the default captaincy pick. Before we move on to look at the worst defences and also the fixtures coming up, do a reminder to do press that like button and do subscribe as well. Also, all our videos are available as a podcast, so do make sure you either, if you can't see this, make sure you listen to it. So let's have a look at the worst defences and the fixtures coming up. So looking at Game Week 30, we've got Manchester United against Everton. That looks on paper a good fixture for Rashford and Fernandes. Ollie Watkins has got to be in the captaincy chat. Aston Villa face Nottingham Forest at home. Nottingham Forest no clean sheets in their last 6, so bodes well there for Ollie Watkins and co. Elsewhere, James Maddison, if he's fit for Leicester against Bournemouth, looks a good shout. Spurs against Brighton. I'm not sure what's going to happen there, but Harry Kane always finds a way, and so it's got to be in the captaincy mix. Southampton against Man City. This is where Haaland, will you take 20 minutes of Haaland, half a match of Haaland? Many will, but Kevin De Bruyne, Jack Grealish could be options there. Meanwhile, Liverpool take on Arsenal. I'm not going to persuade anyone to back a Liverpool asset. Although if you're a Liverpool fan, feel free to. But it's Arsenal, I think, could be a good shout for the captaincy there, especially against the leaky Liverpool defence. Although they are at home, Liverpool. But Saka, Martinelli and Jesus could be good options. Jesus, a differential captaincy option indeed. Looking at the worst defences last 6 matches, the worst is Bournemouth. 14 expected goals conceded, and their goals conceded has been 13. They've only had 1 clean sheet in 6 matches, so they're pretty much on course for what they expected to have done, as in being quite poor at the back. So that is good for those who want to back a Leicester asset against Bournemouth. Manchester United themselves, I'm not going to persuade anyone to back an Everton player for the captaincy, but Everton are next up there. Expected goals conceded 11. Manchester United have expected goals conceded 12, by the way. So Everton, expected goals conceded 11. They've in fact bang on conceded 11. They've just had 1 clean sheet. That does bode well for Rashford and Fernandes backers. Moving down, Nottingham Forest. The underlines are there, no clean sheets, expected goals conceded of 11, and they've in fact conceded 14, so been marginally unlucky, but nevertheless it doesn't look good for them. Southampton, expected goals conceded 9, goals conceded 7, just 2 clean sheets in the last 6. Once again, it's Manchester City though, so it doesn't matter to me where Southampton are on this table. Brighton, they're quite a mean defence. 3 clean sheets. They've only conceded 6 goals, and their expected goals conceded is 7. So, nevertheless, Harry Kane always finds a way. It doesn't point to a big ceiling though for Harry Kane, so that might dip him out of the captaincy chat. But you never know. You never know there. I think looking down just a bit further, just to add in the best defences there: Arsenal, Man City, Tottenham, and Crystal Palace. So Tottenham's quite good defence on paper. Last 6 matches doesn't bode well if you want to back a Brighton asset for the captaincy. Let's have a move on to the expected goal involvement stats. So what I've done is I've got some key captaincy candidates. I've compared them over the last 6 matches, sorted it by minutes per expected goal involvement, non-penalty. It is Jesus who is the best in his last 6 matches. He's pretty much going on for a goal involvement a game. It's every 98 minutes. 27 FPL points last 6 matches. 4 starts, and he tends to get subbed at the moment around the 60-minute mark. But nevertheless, 2 goals, 2 assists, and he's underperforming. What a captaincy differential. Go for him if you want to be a bit different, I think. De Bruyne, great option. He's pricey, 12 million, but 34 FPL points. He's had 5 starts, 2 goals, 2 assists last 6, and expected goal involvement of getting on for nearly 4 as well. So he's marginally overperforming, but not much. Just 3.63 is expected goal involvement. These are just decimal points. Watkins is next in our list here. Expected goal involvement 124 minutes. He's had an assist and 4 goals, all those away goals. Wow. But he is at home. Expected goal involvement of 5. And he's been involved in 5. He's absolutely bang on. He's doing exactly as he is expected to. And he has performed. He has improved a lot this season under Emery. Kane is next there. Minutes per expected goal involvement, non-penalty every 190 minutes. 5 goals and an assist. He finds that way, doesn't he? Rashford, 38 FPL points. 6 starts, totally nailed on. 4 goals, no assists, but it's minutes per expected goal involvement, non-penalty every 208 minutes. So a marginal dip, really, from when I've looked at these figures earlier in the season. By that, I mean earlier, as in post-World Cup earlier. Expected goal involvement of 1.55. So he's been over. Expected goal involvement of 2.45. So he has been overperforming. Saka is overperforming as well by about 3 goal involvements. Expected goal involvement of 2, but he's scored 3 goals and 2 assists. 8.6 million, 39 FPL points. I think he has to be in the chat as well, and he looks to have recovered from his illness. He came on in game week 29. So taking all that into consideration, here's my 3 picks. If Haaland isn't available, or if he is available, I'm sort of nervous about how many minutes he'll get, and I think there could be better. So Marcus Rashford is my current bus captain. I don't own Haaland at the moment, so it's all a question of if I got Haaland in. Ollie Watkins is next. I do think he's good. I do think I'm going to get a return there from him. And Harry Kane, I'm going to get a return there. I mean, he just finds that way, as I keep saying. And but it's against Brighton. A good defence, but I'm not sure about the ceiling though. I think Marcus Rashford out of these 3 would have the better ceiling. But in terms of like just getting points, which is sometimes what you need, depending on where you are in the rankings. Other options, I've mentioned Jesus, great differential against Liverpool, and not many people own him. Not many people will go there. And also the Man City options, Kevin De Bruyne, Jack Grealish. I mean, if Haaland does play and does score, well, someone's got to assist him. So we've got to do that. Although, I mean, my only worry is that they do tend to play a little differently with Haaland. But yeah, I think Man City would be great options. Just before we go, just another reminder to do press that like button, do subscribe as well, and also all our videos, including this one, are on available as podcasts. Already this week we've had lots of videos which have been turned into podcasts. We had the Scoutcast, so there's much more about Haaland, about his minutes. So even if he does get a lot of minutes, I know Andy on the Scoutcast was looking at whether he will in fact get minutes that are worth investing in even. Coming up as well, and there was a bit more captaincy and Haaland chat on burning questions that took place yesterday. This is being recorded on Wednesday at lunchtime. So this is ahead of the Manchester United game, the Newcastle game on tonight. So obviously, if Marcus Rashford does get injured, or Fernandes, or there's issues there, then move down the list if you're not sure about Haaland. So the likes of Ollie Watkins, James Maddison, check on his fitness, and Harry Kane. So good luck on Friday when you are looking at the team news, and coming up with your decisions, your transfers, and importantly who you put the armband on ahead of the weekend's game. So good luck to you. We'll see you soon. I'll be back with Tom on Thursday for the goals imminent, and also team news itself on Friday. But plenty more videos and podcasts to come this week from Fantasy Football Scout. See you soon.